The best hot dogs are snappy, made of beef, and thick. It doesn't matter what you call them. Franks, Frankfurters, wieners, or even meat logs. They are an essential summertime food. Don't even bother asking us to host a cookout if you don't have any dogs to throw on the barbecue. But which hot dogs are best for cookout season? During the course of our 2 blind taste tests, we sampled an unbelievable quantity of hot dogs. These dogs ranged from local classics to well-known national brands. We searched for a decent hot dog that possessed all 3 of the following qualities: snap, flavor, and size. A good hot dog shell should give the hot dog more texture. Spices aren't always a good thing, but we like spice if it makes the whole thing better without taking away from the beefy taste. Last but not least, the size. A hot dog needs to be able to easily fit into a standard hot dog bun and maybe even protrude out a little bit. We don't want a bun the size of a dog, all right? The following is a list of the best hot dogs that can be purchased in a store, including the best hot dogs made with beef, as well as the top hot dog brands. Before we proceed, if you are new to this channel, this is where we bring you the best brand reviews and what makes them special. So, feel free to like this video and subscribe. Number 10 is Oscar Mayer with its flagship product, Original Uncured Wieners. The best classic hot dogs. This whole time, I thought it was spelled Oscar Mayer. Not Oscar Mayer like John Mayer. Anyway, Oscar Mayer Original Uncured Wieners are squishy, spongy, salty, and have that classic hot dog taste. There is a bit of piquancy to an Oscar Mayer hot dog that sets it apart from other cheap casing-free hot dogs. Personally, I love Oscar Mayer hot dogs for their ability to meld into other dishes. They're the best hot dogs to cut up and put into mac and cheese, or do what South Texas does, cook them with scrambled eggs and then stuff it all inside a taco. Number 9 is Welshire Premium, all-natural uncured beef franks, the best, less fat hot dogs. I probably wouldn't have bought these dogs if I had just seen them at the store. The packaging isn't very appealing. In my notes, I wrote too many words, but don't judge this hot dog by its cover. These dogs are really thick and beefy, and the texture is dense and high quality. They aren't as fatty and juicy as some other dogs, but they have 30% less fat than other dogs, and they are still some of the best tasting hot dogs. Number 8 is Nathan's Skinless Bun-Length Beef Franks. Best for a cookout. Nathan's hot dogs have a good snap, in addition to being well-balanced and tasty all around. They can taste just a tad bit rubbery, but I think that's okay in a hot dog. You definitely want to grill a Nathan's hot dog to get the most out of it, both in terms of flavor and texture. The dogs themselves are sizable, and the flavor is good without being overpowering. I like Nathan's, and think that their combination of size and agreeable flavor make them a great choice for any cookout, or, of course, the best hot dog brand for a hot dog eating contest. Number 7 is 365 Uncured Beef Hot Dogs. The best for gourmet. Whole Foods hot dogs are loose and deliciously tender. The skin on these hot dogs has a great texture that creates an added barrier to keep juices in. These also have a lot of space for a hot dog, so they border on the gourmet territory. But I love gourmet hot dogs. This is the best hot dog brand to load up with fancy fixings. Number 6 is Boar's Head Beef Frankfurters. These might be too fancy for some. Boar's Head hot dogs come wrapped together like links of sausage hanging in a butcher shop. The taste and texture, though, are incredible. Boar's Head hot dogs have some extra spice and flavor, but they still maintain the true, I don't actually know what this is the spirit of a hot dog feeling. They have a great natural flavor and a hard snap that plays well with a soft, squishy hot dog bun. The length is great too, so your first bite won't be mostly bread. And they're the best store-bought hot dogs to buy if you want people to think you got fancy and bought your dogs at the butcher. Number 5 is Vienna Beef Franks. Best all beef. I lived in Chicago for a handful of years and definitely got down on some Vienna beef hot dogs during that time. But prior to this taste test, I honestly couldn't say whether I liked them or not because they're always served with so much stuff: sport peppers, neon relish, dill pickle spears, tomato slices, and loads of celery salt. Dragged through the garden, so to speak. Tasting these plains for the first time was such a delight. They're so uniquely spiced that I couldn't put my finger on exactly what those spices are, but I'd describe them as warm, not to mention complementary to the delicious beef flavor. According to Vienna Beef site, they're made of rich, Red Bull meat, sweet brisket trimmings, and spiced according to their original 1893 recipe. It's a good recipe. These hot dogs don't have a natural casing, but the snap is incredible all the same. Chicagoans know meat, and these dogs are proof. They're certainly the best all-beef hot dogs to make Chicago dogs, but feel free to have them simply on a bun with ketchup and mustard, too. Number 4 is Oscar Mayer, Natural Angus. Best for camping. I didn't expect Oscar Mayer dogs to rank this high on the list, but here we are. These Angus dogs are surprisingly delicious and undeniably some of the best hot dogs to buy. They're not at all like the Oscar Mayer wieners you grew up on. These are firm and juicy and have excellent snap. Want to know my favorite thing about these? They're so smoky. They kind of taste like they have bacon fat in the meat mix. These taste like camping food even if you aren't cooking them over fire. We cooked them in our trusty office toaster oven and they were still so good. Number 3 is Kirkland Beef Hot Dogs. Best big hot dogs. These are gigantic hot dogs and they are absolutely wonderful. Every single one of us like them. Kirkland hot dogs are triple the size of normal hot dogs and triple the taste as well. I absolutely love how egregiously thick these hot dogs are. Something about them feels like Texas State Fair food. I'm in love with the meatiness of these big boys. I like how they protrude from both sides of the hot dog bun, so your first bite of the hot dog is just a giant hunk of salty, well-spiced meat. Kirkland is the best brand of hot dogs to load up with toppings, 2 onions, ketchup, relish, cheese sauce, chili, whatever. The Kirkland hot dog can withstand any amount of pressure. This is a whole damn meal. A dinner dog. Number 2 is Sabret Natural Casing Beef Frankfurters. When it comes to hot dogs, East Coasters have it good, and Sabret is proof. I am not being hyperbolic when I say these are among the best tasting hot dogs I've ever tried. They're incredibly juicy. The flavor is bold and beefy, and the casing is snappy without being tough. The snap is so excellent that Boar's Head got downgraded. It took the number 2 spot in our initial taste test. Honestly, these might have ranked number 1 if they were easier to find at the store nationwide. Sadly, West Coasters have to order them from Sabret or from Amazon, where they're kind of pricey. But if these are widely available in your region, buy them and pick up a jar of their onion sauce while you're at it. Number 1 is Hebrew National Beef Franks. Best of the best. Hebrew National's dogs are salty and meaty, and their girth, is absolutely perfect. These don't have a huge amount of snap, but they have enough so you can still tell they're made with a natural casing. The biggest score, though, is the spice blend. Hebrew National's dogs are dense with wonderful flavor. Salt, spice, garlic powder, and paprika combine to create a juicy bite of beef. They're all beef dogs. That's so good that the hot dog starts to flavor the hot dog bun itself with its deliciously spiced beef juices. Maybe the snap could be better, but it's damn near a perfect hot dog. It's the best beef hot dog we tried in 2 separate taste tests. I hope the video was helpful. Feel free to like, subscribe, and comment on the hot dog brands you have had. Don't forget to share it with your friends and hit the notification bell to get notified when we upload a new video.